Good morning, children. Here is Sumati, your social studies teacher, along with your continuation topic of the polar regions. Actually, the polar regions, it sounds a little bit interesting. Am I correct? You are being totally interested because the way of life and those are all different. So you want to know how is it till now? We studied about the climate, how is the winter and summer in the polar regions. Now we are going to learn about the vegetation. See here, how is the plant life in the polar region? Already just we studied that in the winters because of the cold we cannot get that any plant or shrub or grass something, but when it comes that summer we may get some lichens, grass, shrubs, small flowers, fruits and all. Actually that is the vegetation. Here we will see that in the vegetation also how it is better. Due to the cold, the upper soil surface, totally upper part of the soil, the surface totally becomes like a rock. I said you already, because of that state only, that means rock like state, means it becomes like a rock. At that time the flights also land on the oceans or the seas or lakes or rivers also. So because of that, totally throughout the year it is like a frozen rock only. This is called permafrost. Due to the cold, the upper soil surface of this region is frozen into rock and throughout the year. Because of that reason it is called permafrost. Permafrost. As there is little soil is there, only some small plants can grow. That is also in summer. The underground soil is totally hard and it is difficult for trees to grow, because if it is the ice is hard, how the ice will not will allow the roots to penetrate into the soil? It won't allow. Because of that reason, those may damage. The roots also cannot grow long. Of course, how much the roots can penetrate into the soil, as per that the tree grows, plant or trees. Upper part we can see that as per that. So here it is not allowing to penetrate only. So sometimes what happens? These may damage because of the strong winds and storms. So most of the tundra we cannot get the trees. That's why we can say it is a treeless. You may ask some plants is grow. Plant is different, tree is different. Tree means bigger one. We know mango tree, banyan tree, these are all. Plants means we know flower plants, so small shrubs and those we can see. So that's why in tundra we cannot get the big trees. It is called the treeless one. Now we are going to learn about the Eskimos. The people of tundra region are called Eskimos. So the Arctic region of the region is a region of vast treeless plains, icy seas and barren rocky islands. Of course, Arctic region already we studied that. Alaska, Canada, Siberia. Mostly Siberia you can see that it is a cold desert. That means totally covered with ice, treeless actually. Because of the cold climatic conditions, there the trees cannot grow. It is called Siberian desert also. Same way, Greenland, some part of that is south part of the Greenland only, human life is possible. Rocky islands you can find. This harsh cold land is the home of the Eskimos. But in such type of areas only the people are living. Those are called Eskimos. And mostly they live in the, already we studied Greenland, Canada, Alaska, Siberia. But how they are living? How they are getting the food? These are all totally we have a doubt. These many facilities we have, but even we want so many other things to have it as a food. But here facilities are less for them, but even they are living as per their area, the climatic conditions. They lived by hunting and fishing. and they developed a way of life well suited to their homeland. Means, as per that land, how they can improve their way of life, as per that they are depending on hunting and fishing only. Mostly, what is the meaning of Eskimo? In their language, Eskimo means snowshoe netter. Snowshoe netter. There are two main groups of the Eskimos are there. Actually, those are two types, and mostly these two groups are called Inuit and Yupik. Two main groups means two types of groups are there. Even we also have now so many categories. Even suppose caste wise means Kshatriya, Brahmana, Vaishya, Sudra. Same way Christians, Muslims, and Hindus, like that. But here the Eskimos have two groups, Inuit, Yupik. Inuit in their language, Inuit means the people or the real people. These Eskimos from where from? Those are the people from where they came. The Eskimos are the descendants of the Siberia. Actually, they are from the originally Siberia. That Siberia is now it is a part of Russia. Already we studied that. And these people, see how the Eskimos, even they are using because of the bitter cold woolen cloth. Actually, this is the fur of the animals. Totally like a sweater. But our sweaters will not sufficient. Okay. They wear thick jackets. There are even they have different types of three main languages. Actually, those were spoken. Written one, it is not there. Because till until modern times, maybe now little bit it is maybe, but till now we didn't find. Only these are spoken languages. Eliot, Yupik, Inupiq. These are the three languages spoken by Eskimos. Inupiq spoken from northern Alaska to Greenland. Greenland is island, Alaska is it is one of part of the America. Has the most speakers and it has many dialects. That means different ways the spoken accent is different. Suppose the borders of the Andhra and Telangana, different dialects are there. You know the difference in Telangana and Andhra and Rayalaseema, the way of speaking it is different. The same way it is. And the differences among the dialects also small variations are there. But the dialects of the Yupik are spoken in southwestern Alaska and Siberia. Means different way it is spoken in Alaska and Siberia, different way. Southwestern part, and North Alaska and Greenland another way. Eskimos first entered the North America at that 5,000 years ago, and they crossing the Bering Strait from Asia. Actually, it is the Bering Strait water part which is flowing between the Pacific and Asia. Sorry, North America and Asia. It is in the Pacific Ocean. Actually, the east edge of the Asia and west edge of the North America, if we travel from Russia to North America, Alaska, suppose, it distance is 90 kilometers only through waterway. It is Bering Strait means the water part, which is small water part, which is flowing between two continents actually. So, 5,000 years ago only, they crossed the Bering Strait and they entered the North America from Asia. That means from Asia to Russia to Alaska. They moved across Canada, north to Greenland, and some they moved to westward again. Again they crossed the Bering Sea or Bering Strait. Then they went to again Russia. Now, like that, today the Eskimo population is not large, but it is growing. 2,000 Eskimos live in the Siberia. 30,000 is in Alaska, 22,500 in Canada, and 43,000 in Greenland. Some Eskimos communities are in the edge of the forests of the far north. That means wherever that little bit forest they can find it, totally south part of that, mostly far north edge of the forest of the north. Actually totally forest part we can get it far south. In that part, the forest, far north part, they are living in the forest. And these people is suppose live in this many, means totally as per our community, you can see that totally less people are living. So group life. The Eskimos live in fairly small, because already the population is very less. So not only that, it is compulsory for them to live in a small groups. They have to form a group, and because close cooperation is necessary. No, there are villages of over 500 people. Suppose one village is there, maximum 500 people will be there. That is in the northern Alaska coast. But in the eastern region, Greenland, islands and Labrador, those are totally cool regions. There mostly we can find the group members from 25 to 45 members only. And they spend the winters near coastal area. Why they spend the time near coast? Because interior part of that in winters, the ice becomes like a rock. No, it is not possible them to hunt the animals, nothing will be found. So they'll come for the coastal areas for hunting seals and fish. Seals means sea lions. Okay, fishing, that is very important because they need the food also. For that food, they'll come and stay in the near coast. In summer, they'll go to the interior places to hunt the animals, and they collect some berries also. Already flowers, fruits I said, no. They hunt the caribou. Caribou means it is reindeer. Okay, sometimes they cover a circuit of more than 1100 kilometers also. Means they may live maximum 1100 kilometers of area continuation they may live. And they cross snow and ice on sledges pulled by the dogs. Sometimes it is very difficult to transport. For them it is very difficult. So at that time they use the sledges. Those are pulled by dogs. And they travel on water in open boats. On the land, on the ice to travel, they use the sledges. And they travel on water, they'll use the umiaks. Boats are called umiaks, somewhat larger boat. Some group of members can be filled, some 4, 5 or 6 like that. It's depend upon the size of the boat. Okay, and you can see the picture. See, this is the umiak. This is small size actually. Some bigger size also it is there. Next you can see that this is the sledge, and this sledge is tied up with the dogs. Here are the dogs. They are dragging the sledge. People are moving, transport on the ice. This is caribou. That is reindeer, one of the animals. Here, the group members would work together in activities hunting. How they hunt? They'll go in a group, that is 10 to 12 members, to hunt the animals. And that also they use harpoon seals at their breathing holes in the winter. Actually at the time of the winter, some of the areas they get that some holes in the underwater. Okay, where the holes are there in that particular area, they can find some animals, that means sea animals. So with the weapon harpoon, they kill the seals. That means to hunt the seals, that to get their food. Totally large group is more than 100 people are there. They work together to hunt the caribou. And large sea mammals also. That means the whales and those also, they'll hunt for their food. Some activities are carried out by individuals and small family groups. That is tracking the bears, fishing with nets, gathering berries. Some small groups, they follow these activities. Some large groups, they follow to kill the or hunt the caribou or the sea mammals. Okay. Now this is the time for assignment. What is the meaning of the word Eskimo? Snowshoe. To how many groups mainly the Eskimos are referred? Two. What are those groups? Those are Inuit, Yupik. How many languages are spoken by Eskimos? Three. What is permafrost? What are the umiaks? Boats. This is all. If you watch the video, you can do it. That's all for today, children. Bye.